Tag TV and Tag Radio be seen and heard by both technology users and technology producers throughout the state of Georgia and around the world. Low cost, big benefits, powerhouse online branded video and audio has arrived. Tag TV, Tag Radio, there's a lot more to know. This edition of Tech Talk is brought to you by GlobalSpeak.com, new media consultants, corporate video and audio communications, video and audio production and distribution, live and virtual event production. Tag TV and Tag Radio is a service of GlobalSpeak.com, creatively delivering powerful marketing, video, and audio solutions. The gloomy winter of northern aggression? Forget about it. The local economic forecast has nowhere to go but up. Radar reports local hiring for 2011, hot, hot, hot. Conditions for a moderate increase in salaries improving as extended forecast will catch up with the developing activities in technology and related industries. The chance of career opportunities will spread across the state, while excellent economic conditions spread up into the healthcare, securities, telecommunications, and financial technology industries. Greetings, everyone. It's Tuesday, January 25th, 2011, and no, you didn't launch the Weather Channel. This is Tech Talk with Technology Association of Georgia President Tino Mantella. Glenn Burns couldn't give you a better weather update than today's edition, as Tino gets a straight and insider forecast on whether or not companies in Georgia will be hiring in 2011, and some economic forecasting for the year's coming employment conditions with CareerBuilder, innovations, process improvement, employment development, and enterprise business development group executive Jim Johnston. And innovation is what CareerBuilder is all about, as Jim and Tino discuss the past, present, and future of the dynamically improved leader in this dramatically changing industry. A 10-year-plus pro with experience in technology and human capital solutions, Jim's passion for learning and assisting other organizations increase performance has a single focus objective, and that is to enable them to grow in size, grow in stature, and grow in profits. Is Atlanta rapidly becoming the human capital of the South? Just what is the forecast for 2011? As the Tech Talk turns to the prospects of a future so bright, you just might have to wear shades, as Tino Tech Talks employment opportunity, whether or not, with leading industry executive and career building pro, Jim Johnston.
Jim, thanks for joining me on Tech Talk today.
Thank you, Tony.
The Career Builders, I think most everybody knows about Career Builders, but it would be great, just in case there's one or two of our listeners out there that have not heard about Career Builders or doesn't understand what Career Builders does today, for you to spend a little bit of time telling us about Career Builders. And I also imagine that you've changed over the years, so they may know the old Career Builders, and I know you guys are continually innovating, so tell us a little bit about that as well.
Absolutely. Well, CareerBuilder is a global leader in human capital solutions. We're helping companies kind of do the targeting, the engaging, and attracting and maximizing of their future talent. We run roughly about 23 million unique visitors through our site every month. We still hold the #1 position as far as career-related traffic online. And what we're really helping companies do is providing them resources, everything from employment branding to data analysis and recruitment support. We have about 9,000 different websites. We've launched niche sites. We've gone outside of our CareerBuilder job board network, and it puts technology into different things such as talent communities, as well as some of our owners is, of course, the Tribune, McClatchy, Gannett, and Microsoft.
So it's clearly not just a job board anymore. You guys have plans for the future to continue to make this more robust. And I guess the other question, I'm sure if I'm curious about it, many of my listeners will be, but is the use of systems like Career Builders on the uptick? Are people still as aggressive to find jobs and post jobs through a program like yours?
Yeah, we're seeing really a couple things. I think going into 2011, our biggest challenge is perception of who CareerBuilder is. Up until, our goal up until 2006 was really just to be the #1 job board, and our answer was really job postings are the answer to everything.
Yeah.
over those 2 years from 2006 to 2008, we kind of lost focus as far as, okay, what's our next goal as a corporation? And we were doing a lot of one-off scenarios for different clients. And then when the recession hit in 2008, we really took a deep internal look at our company and what our assets were and realized we were really sitting on a pot of gold. And that pot of gold was really the data and the intelligence between all the interactions between job seekers and employers that we've collected over 14 years. We've built a couple businesses around that so far with consulting and outsourcing pieces of that, but we're really seeing that as the big focus and direction of our organization moving forward.
Let's shift gears a bit. Unemployment rate in Georgia this month is 10.5%. I've got a lot of people, not just here, but all over the country, looking for work. Then on the other side of it, I do see that there are openings in the technology space. Certainly being in the technology area has been one of those areas that has held up fairly well in the recession, but we want to do better. How would you forecast what kinds of things you're hearing about in 2011 in respect to hiring?
Yeah, 2011, we're seeing definitely in forecasted growth in hiring in 2011. We're going to see gradual creation of jobs, but we're seeing definitely from going into 2011, we've done some surveys out to over 3,500 hiring managers and came out with about 26% of sales was going to do hiring this year, especially in information technology at a 26%, and technology as a whole 19%. So we're seeing a lot of people trying to upgrade talent and also bring on the revenue-generating pieces of their organization to meet the profit goals that they've set in place.
Would you say that, so it's going up, how about the salaries and wages? Are they pretty much stable? And the other piece of the question is, are there particular jobs that are hot right now? People, if you have that kind of skill set, you can get a job.
I think what we're seeing from a salary increases, we're seeing about a 3% range of employers looking at doing some increases. 37% are saying they're not giving any increases, and 3% talking about decreasing salaries. Majority, I think, is going to fall between around 3%, possibly up to 5%. From the job creation, I think we're looking at from a skills perspective, people are looking for some very niche, specific criteria in what they're looking for skill sets. So if I was a job seeker, definitely seeing how I can differentiate myself from the masses by making sure I've got my certifications and different skill sets that I think are unique to me that I can take to other organizations.
That sounds great. Sounds like at least it's improving, which we like to hear, and that's the same kind of information that we've been hearing at TAG as well. Let's give you a chance to bring CareerBuilder to life, and the way I'd like you to do that is maybe tell one story, success story, about how you're helping a company, whether that means lower turnover costs or faster time to hire, that kind of thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I looked up kind of a success story that we did with a Fortune 500 technology and communications company. And they were really reluctant as far as giving CareerBuilder a chance, just because they've used some other job boards and they weren't quite getting the success they were looking for. And we went in with a kind of conversation, if you look at it from a marketing perspective, determine who we're going to target. So we did some analysis with them and surveyed who his potential talent that he was looking for was looking at and what they were valuing in an employer. We pulled some of that information. We helped create kind of an employment brand, created videos specific for that job, and really used our system because we're capturing 23 million people a month that come to the site looking for the jobs. But we've built over 75 million dossiers on these individuals that are coming to our site, which gives us the ability to kind of go after those people if they came to us 6 months ago. So we put a targeted strategy together and deployed that. And we got quotes back from the client saying that what normally took him 5 months, he accomplished in 48 hours.
Wow.
We were able to provide him over 300 individuals for that specific skill set, which was more than what his recruiters were able to do in 5 months. So it was getting beyond the outlook on saying I just post a job and wait, but really being proactive and using the data that we can get, putting it in a structure that's understandable from a recruitment perspective, building a strategy around it, and then deploying it and measuring the results. And that's where we're seeing a lot of success, and kind of going the full circle. Instead of looking at CareerBuilder from or another job board as just a way to post jobs and sit and wait and see what comes to you, but really being proactive, because the amount of data that CareerBuilder has, as well as I'm assuming other people in the industry have, can help you get a lot more strategic and smarter with how you're spending your recruitment, as well as building solid strategies to go after these individuals.
And you have a pretty strong presence here in Georgia. Can you give me a sense of how many employees CareerBuilders has in this area?
Yeah, we're headquartered up here in Norcross, Georgia, just outside the perimeter. And we were headquartered here when we were Headhunter.net. This was our corporate headquarters. Now our corporate headquarters is out of Chicago, but Atlanta really is our second largest headquarters. We've got all of our IT located here. We've got all of our customer care, as well as a couple other support groups, as well as a large sales force. We employ here in Norcross roughly about 550 employees.
Well, that's great. So you've heard it from CareerBuilders. They're innovating. They've had success with the companies they work with, and they have a major presence here in Georgia. Jim, congratulations on your work with CareerBuilders, and all the best in the future. Thanks for joining me on Tech Talk today.
Well, thank you for having me on the program, Tino. Greatly appreciate it. Great organization. Thank you for having me be a part of it today.